That's pretty well it. I can take some questions, and I'll do anything I can. And if you have any questions on the assets of the county's given the NTSB full assets. I know the FBI is on its way out here. We currently are securing the scene with as many boats. Parks and Wildlife, Texas Parks and Wildlife has helped us. We're also bringing in the Texas Department of Public Safety dive team to help try and recover any remains in the black box and anything dealing with the aircraft.
What are the conditions like out there on the water? You were out in the boat, correct?
Yes, correct.
What are conditions like out there?
The visibility.
So the visibility is not bad. It's actually pretty nice right now. The fog is lifted. As many of you know, if you live around here, we've had some pretty tough fog lately, but it has lifted, and you can clearly see the debris field. The problem that we're going to have, that everybody's going to have in this recovery process, is that the water goes from about 5 feet deep to 0. And that 0 feet deep is nothing but mud marsh. It's best known for its duck hunting. And so it's not going to be an easy recovery task for us to do. It's like I say, it's in the middle of the bay in the marsh grass.
Are you saying, Sheriff, it's mired in the mud there?
Well, it's some of it is mired in the mud. We've got debris, landing gear, things like that are scattered all over.
Is there anything visible intact of the plane itself?
Nothing intact of the airplane. Yeah.
What is the environmental impact that you have seen so far from this crash?
I'm sorry, one more time.
What is the environmental impact
So I would tell you that the environmental impact is extremely minimal, which obviously the judge and I are glad. Very little fuel on the water, if any. You can smell a little fuel as you are trying to approach it to get to it. You have to run about 3/4 mile down this channel to come back around to it because it's so shallow. It's not an easy boat ride. It's about a 20-minute boat ride to it.
So, Sheriff, it was not a cargo plane?
It was a cargo plane, we believe, 767 cargo plane.
Okay, and was there a distress call made by the pilot before this happened?
So I have not got confirmation from the Federal Aviation Administration on those issues, so I don't want to say for sure, Gloria, whether there is. I do believe there may have been, but I don't quote me on that because I haven't got it directly. I don't want to report anything that I don't actually have the facts on.
Sheriff, is there any indication of what may have occurred or what you're looking at to figure out what occurred to bring that plane down?
You know, I'm a sheriff, so I wouldn't even want to speculate. You know, Chambers County is kind of famous for its inbound route for a lot of planes come from the East Coast, especially if there's a northern breeze like what we have right now. So it's pretty common that this is definitely one of the traffic routes for intercontinental.
Go ahead and describe again the depth of the water there. You said it's just
probably runs from 5 feet to mud marsh.
So it's a very shallow.
Very, very shallow. You pretty well have to use airboats.
And just one more time, can you describe the scene? I mean, when you first got out there, kind of what you saw and stuff like that.
Well, the first thing that I saw the minute I got out there was just floating debris. Everything from bed sheets to women's clothing to cardboard boxes to a lot of fiberglass. Not sure what the actual cargo was. I'm sure we'll learn here shortly what the cargo was. And then as we got closer, then we started seeing plane debris. But I would say that the largest chunk of the plane that I could actually visually put my eyes on is probably not much larger than about 50 feet. Now, who knows what's under the water that we can't see, but it looks like total devastation from the aircraft part.
Did anything appear to be in a package? Were there packages there as well?
Everything appears to just be floating loose, obviously, and the witnesses told us it pretty well went in nose first. So.
And how long do you expect to be out here?
We will probably be out here for weeks, I'm sure.
And just one more time, the condition of survivors, what you know as far as personnel.
Well, at this point in time, I've been told there were probably 3 personnel that were flying and operating the plane. Obviously, that NTSB, I'm sure, will confirm that with the company. But knowing what I saw, I don't believe anybody could survive it.
Sheriff, what have witnesses described?
Well, we've had a number of accounts. Some of them said they could hear the surging of the engines. A number of them knew something was wrong. They thought they were actually hearing lightning, but it appeared to be this plane. I'm sorry, my phone is ringing. I apologize. But there's no doubt he was having some kind of problem, with the airplane, according to the eyewitnesses, and then it turned and went into a nosedive.
So people actually saw it go down.
Yes.
And
yes.
you said, and it appears that it ended up being a nosedive situation.
That is correct.
Oh wow.
So,
You have no idea. Do they
in
say
fact,
how high?
if you were standing here, you would have seen the plummet of the water come back up from the accident.
And they don't know how high it was when it went down. Do they say about how
The
high?
altitude.
It was pretty low, but I personally have not had a chance to visit with those people that eyewitnessed it, because I got down here, I got in a boat and went out looking for survivors.
Sheriff, were there any signs of smoke?
Not that I've heard, Deborah. I
No
haven't
one
heard any.
described
I
it.
haven't heard any.
Do you
So,
have any idea of how many witnesses you might have right now?
I would say we probably have at least a half dozen. So, probably anybody that was in this park saw it. So,
Sheriff, it could be UPS or FedEx or Amazon. It could be any of those companies. that
I
deliver
feel like it may be a
goods.
subcontractor of theirs, maybe. From what I've seen, it did not appear to be one of the major carriers that I'm familiar with. Right.
Do you know if the crew report a emergency situation or a mayday situation to the traffic controller?
I don't want to speak to that because I don't have any firsthand knowledge. I was told that there was a distress, but I personally know nothing of it. All right.
How long do you think that it was out there before people actually were able to access the plane?
I would say probably 20 to 30 minutes. I mean, there may have been some people that got over there in boats that may have been out there fishing. But by the time any of us from Parks and Wildlife or the Sheriff's Office got up there, it was probably at least 30 minutes.
And we heard that there were actual civilians on boats out there helping you guys.
That is correct.
How many people, and do you know if they just came on their own or how that will happen?
Well, we're Hurricane Harvey survivors. So when they called me and told me that we had a major aircraft crash in the bay, I made some phone calls, and people that helped us in Harvey were out there helping us, trying, because we were hoping there would be survivors. So.
How many boats?
Well, I know of at least 3 airboats of civilians that were out there, but I'm sure there were many more than that. So.
Sheriff, can you tell us who is responding right now?
The NTSB is on the way. I think the FBI just got on the scene here. The Coast Guard has already been here. They have been helping us trying to locate the black boxes. Parks and Wildlife and the Texas Department of Public Safety.
Is it standard procedure for the FBI to be coming right away?
I would say yes. I think any kind of a major aircraft incident like this, I think all the federal resources are put into it. So we're going to offer, the county judge has offered the county's airport hangar for them to use to collect debris, and then we are also setting them up in our Legion Hall in this park right here to use as a command center till they need something else. So.
Who will be the official PIO for this event?
Well, I would say for right now it will definitely either be myself or the county judge.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
So you bet.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Absolutely. All right. Thank y'all.
Speaking of in terms of updates, do you know how often you might be giving them? Or?
I would say that the NTSB had told me that they were going to keep the judge and I involved in all of their communications and their meetings. So I will tell you that as any new information comes out, I don't mind putting out doing either a press release, or I'll put it up on my Facebook that we're going to do another press conference.
Okay, and so
All right.
you'll give us a pretty good heads up before that?
Yes, yes. I realize it's an hour from Houston.
But you don't
So-
expect any more today?
so
from
I-
you? Okay.
I would say not unless something happened out there that we found something of interest.
And
All right.
as for the people on board, I mean, I know you guys are still searching. Do you know what happens next for that? I mean, just continue searching?
Well, we'll continue searching. We're going to keep a pretty big complement of men, a large men out there, so that we don't have any people that just, as you or I might call looky-loos, that want to go out there, because at this point, we have no idea how important a piece of information may be for the NTSB. So obviously, we're going to do everything we can to secure the scene. So, all right.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank y'all. You bet.
juncture.